coming with you with the founder of Carol's Daughter, Lisa Price. She's here in St. Louis, Missouri, and she's going to talk to us today about her products. So the first question, or the first topic, could be the ad campaign featuring Solange Knowles, Cassie, and Salida Ebanks.
Okay. So you want to know about them and why
Well,
them?
we know why you chose them, because you wanted to show that there's multiracial in everyone, and everyone has different races. And so how did the ad campaign come about?
Well, we have always tried to affiliate ourselves with people that aren't just well-known, aren't just beautiful, but also fans of the brand, and maybe in some ways we share some similar values.
Okay.
So someone like Salida, very beautiful, very successful, up-and-coming model, Victoria's Secret model, the State Farm commercials, but she's also someone who's really close with her family. She does philanthropic work in Sierra Leone, so giving back is something that's really important to her. She's a huge fan of Carol's Daughter and has been like such a big supporter. The first day that I met her, I'm excited to meet her, and I walked in the room and she goes, "Oh my God, it's Lisa, she's here, I can't believe Carol's Daughter is here." And I was just like, wow, and then Solange, I feel like Solange could very easily play the role of Beyonce's little sister as far as the public is concerned. Of course, she's Beyonce's little sister privately, but I feel like that's something that someone like her could easily do, and she chooses to do the exact opposite of that. She's her own person. She has her own taste in music. She has her own fan base, and it doesn't matter to her how many people there are. It's about the work, and it's about her being true to herself and being the person that she wants to be, and not being what the public thinks she should be. And she's another person with a really strong family background, love and support from her family no matter what, and that's something that I can relate to and understand, and I personally think that she's a very strong person and just reflects really great values in that regard. And then Cassie is, she's young. It's amazing how much she's done in such a short space of time. Like, I look at her and I'm like, are you like 12? Because she's just such a baby, and a little bit shy, which people probably wouldn't think, because she performs, because she models, because she's getting into acting. And again, another person really tight with their family, really close with her mom. And there's so many things above and beyond the fact that they're attractive women that they have in common with Carol's Daughter. And for us, there has to be a synergy. There has to be that feeling of, this is a sister, this is a friend, and not just someone who's going to take a picture for us.
Okay, I really like that. The next question is, how do you feel about the hair movement now? Because you basically pioneered it 10 years ago, and so now I kind of see it as being like kind of a fad. But what is your take on the new hair movement?
Well, I don't think that I pioneered it. I think I was really, really lucky to have created my brand at the time that it was happening, and I'm thrilled that I'm able to be a part of that. It's amazing to me that someone would look at me as a pioneer within that movement. But I don't think it's a fad. I think it's really finding its legs now. When it first started in the 90s, there were very few choices. So if someone wanted to be natural, it meant that they were cutting all of their hair off and maybe being bald. Like that, that was a look that was accepted. Having designs cut into their hair, getting locks, wearing braids. Twists came a little bit later. And that was kind of it. Now the options go beyond that because of flat irons and different types of blow dryers, just heat styling tools that make the hair straight without chemicals. You have the keratin treatments, which is still a chemical, but less permanent than a relaxer. So there are just more options available to people. So I don't really look at it as a fad, but something that's become more mainstream and more of a conversation. And for the first time, relaxer sales are starting to go down. They're still very high. I believe when we first started looking at the trend, 89% of African American women relaxed their hair, and then it was flat for a couple of years where that 89 did not climb, and now it's like 86. So it's dropping a little bit, but that's still the majority of us that are relaxing. But I think as people find more alternatives and different ways of doing their hair and not feeling like, well, I can wear it this way or I have to cut it all off, it's going to be more of a conversation because now there are more options. So I don't look at it as a fad at all.
Okay. And then the last question is the two-part. Do you have any tips for up-and-coming for women who want to be successful, and do you have any successful tips?
If you want to be successful, it's good to identify what your goal is and what it is that you want to do so that you can call it into being. It sounds hokey, but I'm a big believer in, practicing the secret, words bring about actions, visualizing. If you see it, you can be it. So knowing what it is that you want helps you to get there, because you need to know what it looks like. You need to know what you look like doing that thing and what that thing looks like. And just sticking to who you are and being true to who you are. So even though you may grow and evolve and change, and your business can change and the way that you conduct business changes, you're still who you are. You're still true to you.
Okay. But there you have it, guys. Lisa Price from Carol's Daughter. Thank you very much for this interview.